welcome back to my channel. It is Saturday. If you are so glad it's Saturday, please like this video because this week has been crazy and I am so glad it's Saturday because I just need a couple days to chill. So I thought I would film because that's what I do to relax and have fun. It's my hobby, and today I'm doing a spring look, so I want to keep my skin very natural and luminous and just fresh. So I'm not going to do what I usually do in my videos for like my foundation and routine and such. So it's going to be a little bit different, so it's going to be exciting. We're going to try some new things. I'm going to try a different eye look that I haven't really done. I'm going to try and do like a halo type eye with like a pop of color right in the center. So it's gonna be very springy, very light, very fresh, and yeah, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to use is the Professional by Benefit, just to fill in my pores, because I do have very prominent pores right in this area and a little bit on my chin, but it's mostly right here. So even though I want like a more dewy finish in my skin, I do want to fill those in. I'll take just a little bit of that and put it on there. I was going to use my Milani that I have been using lately, but it's like a mattifying, and this one doesn't say it's mattifying, so I don't know. I thought I would use this, but I am going to use another primer that has a luminous finish, which I'll show you next. I'm just pushing that into that area. Maybe some up here, but mainly focusing right here and on my nose because that's where I got the pores. It's kind of a cloudy day, so if the lighting light goes in and out, that's why. But let's hope it stays. I live near mountains and like the clouds I can see, and they're like totally covered in the mountains. I'm like, you stay over there because this needs to work. And my hair, I haven't brushed it out yet. It's just crazy curled. I wanted them to like completely set before I brushed it out, so that's why that looks like that. So then I'm gonna go in with L'Oreal, the Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. It's just this. I really love this primer. It really works really well, and it does give your skin like a shine to it, but it's not too crazy. So I want to be sure you shake it up because I didn't use it for like a week or two. And I used it and it was like totally separated. I was like, what's going on? So you really gotta like shake it up. And then just pop some on my hand. Just that's fine. It's so pretty. I love it. I heard really good things about it, so I picked it up a while ago. And I do love it. And I'm gonna put this everywhere. Because it is spring. The 20th was the first day of spring. And so I wanted to do something fresh. A little different. I'm so used to just doing like smoky eyes and stuff. I wanted to like really step out of my comfort zone a little bit. So, and then before I did anything to my skin, I moisturized as usual with my normal Avena moisturizer. I just did that after I jumped out of the shower. I like this primer because it doesn't feel like heavy, but it still feels like tacky in a way, so that your makeup will stick. Alright, and then for foundation today, I will be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. Their foundation, the new one, yeah, Photo Focus, and this is in soft beige. I reviewed this on a previous video, and I love this foundation. It blends so easily, and it just makes your skin look beautiful. And everyone else that I see on YouTube review it, they like love it. So I'm going to go ahead and just dot this on my face. I did order on Amazon like a vanity mirror with a light and stuff, and I was hoping it would arrive before I filmed today, but it didn't. So yeah, I'm so excited to use that because it'll just make my videos a little bit better. And I also ordered some lashes, which I am going to use lashes today, which I'm really excited about because I'm not used to really using lashes. Go ahead and just buff this in with the Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and it is dampened just so it even adds more to the dewiness I am going for. But yeah, this week was just like crazy at work. And so Friday rolled around and I was like, yes, go home, relax. I literally laid in bed all morning. Um, we got up and we ate breakfast, and then my husband came in to this office to like record his videos and stuff. Which, if you have a spouse or a friend that's into gaming, I'll link his channel down below. He does gaming videos, and so he was in here recording, and I went back to bed. So, okay, bye. So that was nice. Make sure you get your ears. My hair will be down, so I'm not too worried about covering my ears. But if your hair is up, be sure you cover. I hate when I see people go around and you can like totally see like where their makeup starts and ends. It's like, no, I want to blend this for you. I'm gonna take just a little bit more of this foundation on my cheeks because I do have really rosy cheeks, and I just want to like kind of do a little bit more foundation that we don't have to do too much of the concealer that I will be using. And this foundation layers really well, and it honestly wears so good throughout the day. I'm like so impressed because it's like one of the cheapest foundations I've ever gotten from a drugstore. Like usually like the cheaper ones are like the e.l.f, but I saw this and I was like really amazed by it. Good coverage, good wearability. As you can see, my forehead finally cleared up. That's exciting. All right. I swear I can blend like all day. So moving on, I'm going to do my concealer. I am using the Master Concealer by Maybelline, and this is in 10 Fair. It's just this tube. I love this concealer. It works so well. So I'm just gonna put some on my beauty blender, just like right up here. Just a little bit. And I'm going to use this just to brighten up my under eye, make them even and awake and bright, because no one wants to be looking like they're dead, like the week you kicked your butt. So I thought this concealer blends out so easily and really nicely with the Wet n Wild foundation, and especially using a beauty blender that's damp. It puts just the right amount of product. I'm also going to go over my lids just to prime a little bit for the eyeshadow. Since this eyeshadow's gonna be nice and light, I'm doing my face first. If I was doing something that was really smoky, I would probably do my eyes first, but I feel safe enough to not have to worry. But I also want my face to look nice and bronzy and glowy, so I'll take the excess product and dab it on the center of my face. And there's that. It looks so nice. I gotta tell you, doing my makeup in natural light rather than the bathroom, which is like so orange, makes like a big difference. So I am going to set my face, but I'm only going to set my under eye really and just leave the rest of the face kind of just the foundation, because I don't want to look too powdery. So I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. translucent powder. I believe it's the HD one. And I will just do just under the eye. Actually, just going to tap some of this into the lid. And then I'm going to take just any fluffy brush, kind of like pat it in there. Look up. That way your like concealer doesn't crease, and then you set a crease that's just like not good. Go there again, and I like this because it really just like fills in everything. Go ahead and go over your lid too. So that's all set. And now I'm going to go in and do my bronzer, because I am going to use a cream bronzer as opposed to a powder, because since I didn't powder my face, if I went over with the powder, I'd probably skip and just be blotchy, and I do not want that. So I'm going to go ahead and use the L'Oreal True Match Crayon Corrector, which this has kind of been out for a long time, and I love these. I have a lighter one for highlighting and concealing, and this one, and they work so well. They blend out really easily. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. I'm just going to push it up a little bit. I'm going to focus this on the hollows of my cheek. Oh, and this is in the shade N678. They have like neutrals and warms and stuff. And then I'm going to do a little bit my temples. I don't feel like I have a really big forehead, so I don't really do up here. And I think I did set with powder right here, so I'm not going to put on top of that. A little under my lip, chin area, because it's a little doubly. And then go ahead and take a synthetic brush. This is just from an Amazon brush, really densely packed, and then blend that out. Make sure you blend it all the way out, otherwise you're gonna be like, is that dirt or what's going on? So it just warms up my skin just enough. And it's a neutral tone, so it's not going to add any like oranginess to my face. And because we didn't powder the face, it's blending super easily. So if you do a cream, be sure you do it before powder, and then you're going to set it with powder, which I will do just so it doesn't move or come off. We're going to a hockey game tonight, actually. It's just like a local, I think it's like they consider it a minor league. So we're going to that tonight. So I'm super excited. Okay, so my e.l.f. bronzer in Cool. It's that quad that I've been using, and I will do a little bit of contouring with this just to set that cream. So I'm just blending all the shades and then like tapping off extra. Since it is spring, we can start to look a little bit more bronzy, and it's not like, that's totally fake. The weather out here for the next week is going to be super nice in California. I'm really excited. It was supposed to rain this week, but it didn't. So they lied. Alright, so that's looking really nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do my blush and highlight right now. For blush, I'm going to be using e.l.f. blush in, oh my gosh, this is like so little, Tickled Pink. It's a pretty color, reminds me of NARS like Orgasm. It's very good color for this time of year. I'm just gonna use this fluffy brush. It blends out blushes really well. Just gonna dip into that. Just kind of blending it back into the bronzer. I don't want to be too heavy-handed with it. Okay. And then for highlight, I'm actually going to use this cream highlight. I believe my brother and his girlfriend got this from Japan when they went. It looks like this. I don't know the name of it because I wasn't there when they got it. And I don't know, it's just really nice, thick cream. And you can use it for, my dog's going potty. You can use it for your eyes as a base. It's super creamy, so beautiful. So I'm gonna put some on my cheeks. So I'm just gonna take this Real Techniques brush. It's called the contour brush. I'm just gonna lightly dab it because I don't want it to be too intense. But it's a nice cream highlight, so it's gonna make for a really nice natural look. I wish I knew the name of it, but if I figure it out, I will link it down below. So pretty. Oh, love it. I was really impressed. I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, and I ended up like loving it. Do a little bit on my nose. This look is all about being bronzy and fresh. Right brow bone. So my cute as well. You can just dab your finger in it if it's not like, oh, so pretty. Just dab that. All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera because they take a little bit, and you guys know how I do my brows, so I'll be right back. My brows are on and I'm back. I zoomed you guys in because we're gonna move on to the eyes. I'm using one of my janky palettes that I made myself in my CD case like probably 4 or 5 years ago. No, like 6 years ago. But they're Tarte eyeshadows. I'm gonna be using them because there's a lot of pinks. And then I am going to be using this Urban Decay palette. It's old. I've had it for a while. It's just called Urban Decay. I don't know if it has a certain name, but it's this one. It's a while ago. It's probably one of my first Urban Decay palettes that I ever got, but they have really pretty shades in there for spring. So I'm going to use probably that golden shade in the top right corner for like a pop, or the bottom left. I don't know. Still figuring out, but I do know I'm going to be using these shades to do like the outer parts of my eyes so that we can create a halo effect. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the palest pink, which is called, it says golden tan, but I don't know if that is correct. I'm going to take that on a fluffy brush and I'm just going to place it all throughout my eye. It just gives a really nice base. It's nice and light and pretty. I loved her eyeshadows. I think they blend out really well. They're like an expensive eyeshadow that I got, and I was like amazed by them. I was just like, oh my god, these are so beautiful. This nude shade, and just pop that into my crease for a transition. It's called Soft Sand. Take that on the fluffy brush. I'm just gonna focus this on my crease, just so it's like a little bit of a transition and it makes easy blending. I'm going to make sure that I get that all the way in here because there will be a darker color right here and here. And I want those colors to be able to blend out. I have never done a halo eye, so this will be a first. I was watching YouTube videos this morning actually, I was kind of nervous. I don't want to mess it up. I think I'm going to do this shade right here. It's like a pink. It's called, that one is Golden Plum. Yes, it is like a plum color and it has like gold reflex in it. So I'm actually going to take a smaller brush for this. I'm going to take a brush like that. It's just like a shader brush for shadow from Morphe. I'm going to tap that on the outer and inner corners of my eye. It's nice and soft. It's not like too dark. I might have to actually go in with a dark brown shade and tap the Golden Plum on top of it. There we go, just to get some more pigment. And I want to keep this focus on the lid. I don't want to go up to my crease yet until I get the lid finished and I can see what it's looking like. And this is giving me some fallout, but I'm going to go ahead and wipe that off. I'm going to take some translucent powder and put it underneath. That way if it does fall off, I can just wipe it off really easily. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. powder on this fluffy brush and just kind of dab it. So it's, again, just under my eye. So I don't have to worry about it setting anything, so I want to keep that dewy face. Go into the inner corner. I have a feeling I'm going to do this and love it, and then like always do this type of eye. It's always so pretty when I see others do it. So just tapping, stamping it, and just focusing on the lid. As you can see, it's darker out here and then right in here. And be careful not to get it like on the inner part of your nose area. because then it will start looking messy. I'm going to go ahead and connect them in the crease just a little bit with whatever's left on the brush. And there you go. And then if you get anything on the inner part, take a clean brush and just like kind of flick it off very lightly. And then you won't have to worry about it. And then you can even take that clean brush and go over the top of that and just blend it out and soften that up. And then I'm going to go back in again and just pat some more color on the inner and outer corners just to make it more pigmented. My clean brush. So as you can see on both eyes, the center part is exposed. Taking a little bit of concealer on my finger and dabbing it in the center. You just need the smallest amount. That's going to help whatever's going on the center really pop, which is what you want when you're doing this type of halo eye. So I'm literally taking the smallest amount of concealer. It's just a little dab. It's not even like, if you can see it. Come on. It's like the littlest dab. I'm just going to go ahead on the center. Dab it on. Okay, and then go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. And for the center of the lid, I think I'm going to do Maui Wowie in this Urban Decay palette. It came off very golden, so I think it'd be really pretty for a pop of color. So I'm going to take this brush. It's just a flat shader brush, and this is by Morphe as well. I'm not sure the color, the number of the brush because it's not on here. Go ahead and wipe off whatever pigment was on there. I'm going to take the Maui Wowie color on just one side, and I'm going to go ahead and dab over where I put the concealer. And as you can see, it really pops because you put down that concealer. You could wet your brush too, but since I have the concealer, I'm just gonna do that. It's so pretty. And then go ahead and lightly, you can even flip the brush over and blend in those outer colors into it. And then flip it back over, go back into Maui Wowie, and just stamp. Don't spread it, because then it's not gonna have that payoff. Flip over the brush. And then you can also take those first colors and go over them again, just so they pop. Alright, that's really pretty. So I'm going to go back on the brush that I used with the colors before and pick up those colors again. I'm actually just going to pick up just the plum color and use that to blend that in a little bit. And the golden and the golden plum is really bringing out the golden and the Maui Wowie too. And then you can even go back into Maui Wowie and do that again. Just blend it all together. Just little steps that make a difference. Go ahead and take this fluffy brush that I applied my loose powder with, and I'm just going to go ahead and wipe it off, and that will take off all that fallout that was there. And then we can focus on the lower lash line. So on the lower lash line, I kind of want to do a pop of color. I think I want to do Last Call, which is this color. It's so pretty. I think it will just kind of bring out my eye color because I do have like a brownish greenish eye. I'll take the brush that we use for Maui Wowie, take off that pigment. I'm just going to dip the tip into that color. And then I'm going to focus it on the lower lash line. Focus it on the lower lash line. So pretty. Just to get some pop color, I might go over it with some of Maui Wowie just to tie everything together. The fluffy brush and blend under that. Might even take some of that neutral brown that we put in the crease before and go under that last call. Just to blend out those edges. So there you go. I'm going to take some of Maui Wowie too on that brush and kind of just pop it in the center as well. Blend some more. And there you go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera, do my liner. I'm just gonna do a really thin liner just to cover the lash band because I will be using false lashes today, and I'll see you when I get back. Okay, I'm finally back. I applied my false lashes. I use the Nikki Philippi lashes, and then I use mascara on my bottom lashes, and then to blend together was a voluminous false fibers lashes. I believe this is L'Oreal. So I use that mascara. As you can see, it's super pretty. You can still see the halo eye. I love these lashes. I'm getting used to them. Applying them today was like a little difficult. I'm not sure what was going on, but they're so comfortable on. Like you can barely tell that you're wearing false lashes. So I really like them. So we're gonna go ahead and do a lip. I'm just gonna do a nude lip, but I do want to kind of line it a little bit. If you hear anything in the background, my husband's showering. I'm just kidding. I told him it was fine. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. This is Revlon's Color Stay Lip Crayon in Plum. And I just like to do this because it just kind of brings life back to my lips, especially after I put like foundation on. I'm just gonna lightly do that. Okay, and then I'm going to take one of my favorite all-time nudes. It's Ferris Nude, and this is by L'Oreal as well. It's been out for a long time, but it's one of my favorite nude lip colors. It's not too pink or brown or anything. It's like a perfect neutral. Alright, so there's that. I'm going to go ahead and spray my face with my e.l.f. setting spray. It's just makeup mist and set. Super cheap, and I've been using it for a long time. This will ensure that like nothing looks powdery because I want that dewy finish on my skin. So go ahead and let that dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and brush up my hair, and then I'll come back with the final look. Alright, so I'm back. Here's the final look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. It was so fun to like kind of jump out of my comfort zone and do an halo eye. It's actually not as hard as I thought it would be. It might be harder for darker colors, but if it's your first time doing a halo eye, I recommend doing something light, something springy with lighter colors. It's super easy, super fun. It's just kind of different from the normal what I was doing, and so I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you do, please be sure to like my video, subscribe, comment down below, say hi, and I am going to start a consistent filming schedule, so I'm going to upload every Sunday. Now, I don't know what time that is, so if you do subscribe, you'll know when it gets uploaded on Sundays, and then there might be some pop-up videos during the week, but I know for sure on Sundays I will always upload, and that will be my consistent schedule for now. So hopefully that works out. I hope you guys enjoy this look. I love doing it. It's different and fun. And if you want a tutorial on how I did my hair, I just use a curling one, but I can totally film how I do it. Just leave a comment down below and let me know if you would like that. And that's all I have, and I'll see you next time.